FightersRep 6 War Machines. Saturday, April 27th at the Ames Sportsplex in Seal Beach, California. Tickets now on sale at FightersRep.com. Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, I'm just going to stand up. I think it'll be better to get you. Look at that hair.
Oh my God.
I'm here with amateur kickboxer out of Blackhouse MMA, Redondo Beach, taught by this vicious man here, Miguel El Mogdisi. Erich Taach, Erich. You competed at the last FightersRep.
Yeah.
Excited to have you at this next one on
Thanks
April
so
27th. How are you feeling right now?
Very good training. I just quit my job, finally, normal construction. And yeah, just trying to get weight and sleep good, eat good, all that stuff.
Loving the shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that borrowed from Miguel?
No, he borrowed it from me actually. I gave him the shirt first.
So I mean, you came away with the win last time.
Yes.
Technical performance, you got the decision win.
Yeah.
You dominated. How did you feel about your performance, and what have you been doing since then to kind of improve?
I like my performance. I dominated every round. I try to be always technical. I like the art of martial arts. I don't like to brawl, and I got tired, I think, a little bit too quick, so I definitely need to work cardio. Like every fighter, cardio always a big thing, and also more combinations. In the corner I always hear Miguel yell, "Throw your right hand! Throw your right hand!" I just like too careful sometimes, and just going with more confidence. 1, 2, 3 kick, 1, 2, 3, 4 kick. So that's what I'm gonna try in my next fight.
For sure. You put on a show. You had a lot of people out there watching you.
Yes.
Where did you develop this devout fan base that you have?
I think they just all want to see my ass get whooped.
I see. And Erich, what kind of got you into kickboxing? I mean, it's not really an everyday person's profession or hobby. What got you into this whole thing?
I started doing taekwondo. So when I was younger, I did taekwondo. I was always an athlete. I played tennis all my life. That was like my main thing. Like Miguel did kickboxing all his life. But on the side, my dad told me it's good to do a martial art for protection, for discipline, for body flexibility, all that stuff. Yeah. And I got beat up when I was younger too one time. So I started doing taekwondo all my life, and I like the flashy kicks. I like the fancy looking stuff that never works in the fight. Yeah. Because I told Miguel, I'm gonna try this, and then no spinning shit in my fight, nothing fancy, just basics. And I think that's how it should be too, right? But and then once I was a little bit older, like 15, 16, I started to realize, okay, this stuff is fun, but it's not very practical, right? On the streets, like it can work, but maybe not like good as boxing or Muay Thai. And I watched the movie Ong Bak, and with Tony Jaa, and I thought that was dope with the elbows and the flying knees. Yeah. And my brother showed it to me, and then I started boxing when I was like 16 years old, a little bit in Germany. Started kickboxing too, combined it with the taekwondo. And then once I moved to America, went to college, played tennis for college, and when I was done with college, with tennis, I was like, okay, shit, now I can focus on martial arts, because that was the time when I didn't know what to do, plus McGregor came up, and and I had this thought of, oh, Muay Thai is fun, kickboxing is fun, let's find a gym. Yeah. And then I found a really good gym with some really tough fighters in the Midwest. Bellator fighters, ex-UFC fighters. Shout out to Mark Stoddard and Eric Wisely. You tough motherfuckers, you. And they got me really into it, because I started to realize how strong people can be and how weak I am actually, and how I don't know nothing about the sport. And then and you just show up and you train and you develop the love. And I never wanted to compete, never. And then with time, my passion just started to grow. To the day where I was like, and then I moved to LA, met Miguel, met Blackhouse, and I realized I'm amongst the right people to get good at this. I have passion, I hope I have a little bit of talent and a little bit of coordination. If I work hard, I can compete and I can win, and now we're here. So you came from Germany? Were you somewhere else before that? Where are you originally from? I'm a fucking mixture of everything. I was born in Russia, and then I grew up in Germany most of my life, and then when I was 18, I came to the States. So you speak Russian? I do, yeah. At home, always мы говорим по-русски, we always speak Russian.
German too?
In school, I had to speak German all my life. I think German is my best language. Number 2 now is English, and number 3 would be Russian.
Wow, wow. And are you rocking these Russian colors on purpose today?
No,
or?
that is actually a complete accident, but you're right. You know, Mother Russia.
Yeah, there you go, brother. There you go. How does it feel to be training at Blackhouse MMA with
this guy?
This guy, yeah.
This guy is fucking amazing, but he came from another guy that I look up to a lot too, which was Coach Pamplona. And when I first started working here, finding that I'm wearing the shirt, training here, Kickboxing Chill is from I Love Kickboxing. Shout out to I Love Kickboxing too. I met Blake Bulletproof Troop there. You know who that is.
Yes.
And he trains here at Blackhouse too. And he told me, like, you know, come to Blackhouse. You got good stand up. I didn't even know what Blackhouse is. I had no clue how famous the gym is and how many animals and assassins are training there. And I started training at the gym in Gardena for 3 months, and I was just amazed. I see this guy train, Maikon, Shaymon, UFC fighter, many guys coming from Lithuania, from all over the world, training with us a couple of weeks here and there. And I was always like, just like looking up to these guys, because I was obviously the weakest person there, just an amateur fighter, never had a fight, just a little bit of passion and a little bit of Taekwondo skills, you know, and then to train with Pamplona and to just see how wise he is, and just to, you know, being good friends. I invited him to my daughter's birthday party with his kids, and his wife Daniela is really nice. And you know, when you develop love for the people, you develop love for the sport. And and then I was involved in Blackhouse, you know.
What's your aspiration? Like, what's your goal in the sport?
My goal in the sport, that's a good question, because I'm not like Miguel. I don't think I want to be I never had the goal of being a pro fighter. I don't have the goal to be a pro champion, no UFC, not glory, none of this. I do this because I think it's good for my character, you know. It's good to build your mental toughness, your physical toughness, you know, and then I have other goals in my life that I think this fighting career will help me with those goals, you know. And there's nothing that I have done in my life that's more difficult than fighting, you know. And I think you need to do what's difficult to succeed, you know, in whatever you do in your life. You can't do easy shit. You just can't. And I'm very I get inspired through doing these difficult tasks and these challenges where before the fight, everybody, like Miguel said, you have that fear. You don't want to get knocked out. The other guy trained, he looks tough too. And you just think, why the fuck am I here? You know, why am I doing this? But then you fight and you train, and the process of everything, it's so much fun. It's so much fun, man, you know? So
what you're saying is, if we offered you a 6-figure contract to fight, you'd turn it down because you're just trying to build character. Is that what you're telling me?
If you give me 6 figures, George, I'll take that. I'll fucking change my entire game plan and do only this.
Oh my goodness, I wish. But I mean, that's interesting. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, they aspire to be a pro fighter. I mean, is it something where if it happened, you'd say yes, or are you just, you know, going along for the ride? What's going, you know, this is interesting for me.
Yeah, I don't know if right now, I talk about this with Shaymon too, and he said the same thing. When he started, he never thought he's gonna be in the UFC.
I see.
Now he's 27, he's in the UFC. Maybe that can happen, you know, but I'm not thinking about that, you know. I'll take this challenge, and then the next challenge, and then maybe another challenge, and step by step, we'll see where, like, I'm going for the ride pretty much, you know.
Well, what can people expect from you on April 27th in Seal Beach?
April 27th. They can expect me to make my weight. That's my first task.
Thank you so much for that.
Make weight, absolutely. You have to make weight. You know, it's part of the game. And they're gonna see me faster, more technical, more aggressive, and more, I think, also more confident and less nervous. You know, I think with every fight that you do, like Miguel says, my fights, I talk with the crowd, I talk with the coach. I want to get to that level, you know, where I'm focused, but I'm comfortable. And in my first fight, like, I remember the moment I stepped in the ring, I had so much fear, man, you know. I had a lot of fear build it up right the moment I stepped in that ring. And the only way to beat the fear is through, I think, gratitude. And you see in my video, I start bowing down in every corner and just, you know, be grateful that I can be here and just perform, do my best, have people come out, have everybody have a good time. You know, I'm an entertainer. I want people to have a good time. And then that's what they're gonna be expecting April 27th. Everybody's gonna have a good time.
Well, you did great. We look forward to having you again.
Thank you so
But
much.
before I let you go here and you star in your own commercial for Fighters Rep
Oh
6,
shit.
is there anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out, first of all, shout out to my wife. She's the best. Without her, it would be never possible.
Smart man.
Yeah, I need to, right?
Or you will be sleeping on the doghouse.
Exactly. I'm gonna
Sleep
be
on the doghouse.
locked
On
out.
the couch. You will take the couch. You will take the couch.
Shout out to my daughter Haley. I love you so much. Shout out to my first coaches in MMA, in boxing, in Taekwondo in Germany. Shout out to my coaches in the Midwest, Mark and Eric. And shout out to Eduardo Pablona. Shout out to Miguel Mogdizi. And shout out to all my trainings partners, Keita and Adam and Brent. And I don't want to forget anybody, but you know who you are. Shout out to my friends. Thank you for everything. I love you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Eric.
you, George.